So the Dragon Ball editor seems like he's throwing some shade at Attack on Titan by essentially claiming that Attack on Titan doesn't have a long-term legacy. This interesting comment, Attack on Titan is overly complex, it's all noise with no lasting appeal at all. In some ways, I think that Torishima is saying that Attack on Titan is this overly complex story, which it is, and that it won't exceed beyond a century. Or even shorter than that. He thinks that people won't be talking about Attack on Titan for much longer, that the shelf life is quite short. Yeah, I think when you compare it to long-running series like Dragon Ball that are, if you ended Dragon Ball, then actually Japan's total economy would see significant negative impact. And I don't think Attack on Titan's goal was to ever become that, though. I think Attack on Titan as, a sort of seinen-esque story, even though it publishes in the Shonen magazine, it does hit a ton of mature themes and becomes a lot more seinen sort of in that last act of this franchise. It does have a lot of complex elements, so I don't think it'll be like Harry Potter where they'll do like a ton of spin-offs and that kind of thing. But I don't think that every story needs to aim for that sort of franchisability, if that's a word. But I don't think they have to aim for that to become considered successful. I agree that Attack on Titan will have a big splash, and I agree with the statement that over time, people will be less interested in Attack on Titan as more series come out, and that Dragon Ball will sort of eclipse Attack on Titan over time. But I do think that Attack on Titan is still a franchise. I think that they're going to be doing live action stuff in Hollywood and Japan. They already have sort of video games coming out. They have all these things, and if they did want to do a spin-off for a franchise, they could. But I super hard disagree on trying to compare Attack on Titan to Dragon Ball. I think they're trying to do different things. Better comparison, in my opinion, would be comparing Attack on Titan to Evangelion or Dragon Ball to One Piece. I feel like those are similar stories that are in the same lane and are targeting the same audiences. Comparing these two is apples to oranges in terms of what they're trying to do and what their legacy is trying to be, in my opinion.